Hey everyone, this is Nate, and I am so excited to share with you that Manny Tremblay and I have been working very hard on creating an official version of Dice Throne inside of Tabletop Simulator. Now, Tabletop Simulator is a separate app that we did not create. It costs $20 in the Steam store, or maybe you can find a sale on it at some point. And once you get it, you can play a variety of different board games there, and some of them are paid, some of them are free. Dice Throne, this version at least, is free. It includes 4 of our heroes. It has our Barbarian, our Shadow Thief, our Moon Elf, and our Pyromancer. If you want to get the full-blown game with all 6 heroes, that includes the Monk and the Paladin, then you have to buy the game, the actual physical game. And it's not too late to pre-order that and save $5 for doing it. But this video is just about the fact that you can play these 4 heroes and try the game out, or play with people who don't live near you for free if you have Tabletop Simulator. And a quick shout out to Richard Stroop from Austin, Texas. He created the original print and play version, which was the Barbarian and the Moon Elf. And we have adapted that and made improvements and included these 4 heroes. And I appreciate him motivating us to see the benefit of doing this. So what this video is not is to teach you how to play Dice Throne. There are in here, if you're learning the game, our rules are all on this table inside of the game, so you can read all the rules for yourself. There's also some helpers, like the turn order helper card that will walk you through the game. But this video is just to show you, 1, that this exists and is an option for you, and 2, to teach you how to play Dice Throne within Tabletop Simulator mechanically. So let's look at some controls. First off, to move the camera around, if I hold the right mouse button down and I move my mouse, it's dragging this camera. If I hold the middle mouse button down, it'll pan my camera around. I can also use ASDW to pan around. I can use the arrow keys to move the camera, tilt the camera around. I can use the mouse wheel to zoom in and out. I can also go over an object and press Z for zoom. And I can zoom in to whatever object I'd like, which is handy. If I want to deal cards to myself, I move the cursor over the deck, press R for randomize, and that will shuffle the deck multiple times. Then when I'm ready, I move the mouse cursor over it again and press 4, and that will deal 4 cards to me, or whatever number I press. That's how many it'll deal. And then I can begin playing. So let's say it became my turn. Here's the turn order. First thing is upkeep phase. I don't have any poison or anything like that, so I move on. Next is income phase. So I gain 1 CP and draw 1 card. So here's my CP meter. And so I'm going to click plus. I gain 1 CP. To draw a card, move the mouse over, press 1, and that will draw 1 card for me. Then I begin playing as normal. So I've got getting paid, so I'm going to put that on my discard pile. I gain 2 CP for that. And now I could play, if I wanted to sell a card, I obviously wouldn't normally sell a card right now, but let's say I sold Better D just so we can do it. You just throw it away, gain 1 CP, and that's how you would sell a card. If I want to upgrade a card, like Demising Shot level 2, I pull it out here, drop it on the board. That cost me 2 CP, and now my hero's upgraded for the rest of the game. I have 2 cards left, and I'm ready to start rolling and attacking. So I'm going to roll my dice by selecting them and pressing R for randomize or for roll. To toss them up in the air and see what happens. And I got a really good start here. Oh man, do I go greedy and go for my Eclipse? I think I have to. So I'll keep those 3. This is probably a bad idea. But I'm going to roll again. Oh, it didn't work out for me. Okay, I'm going to keep the moons. Oh, this is so foolish. I guess I can go for Exploding Arrow. I'll keep these moons. I need 1 arrow, so I'll roll again. And I got 4 moons. That's great. So in case that wasn't clear how to roll, you select whatever dice you want to roll, you press the R key for roll. So if I want to just do this one, I press R multiple times if I want to toss it higher and see what I get. I can also move the mouse over it and press a number that I want it to be. So if I press a 6, now that's a 6. I press a 3, it's a 3. So it's a quick way to change the dice to if you played a card, like a wild card or something like that. But in this case, I rolled my 4 6s. So that's going to activate Eclipse. And that inflicts blind, entangle, targeted, and 7 damage. So let's say I was fighting against the Pyromancer. So first there's blind, so I can just drag it over and drop it, entangle, drop it, targeted, drop it. So she has blind, entangle, and targeted. And also I should show you for the status effects, if you want to know what these do, you can read here in the leaflet. If you want to see something big, you can also hold Alt. And that will bring whatever you're moused over big in front of your face. And that even works across the table. So if I want to see, what dice the Barbarian has rolled or what his board does, I just hold Alt and it brings it in. Or I can press M for magnify, and it can magnify into those dice as well. So But anyway, I inflicted those. Oh, so the other trick is if you mouse over these things, they tell you this is blind, entangle, evasive, targeted. I can also hover for a minute, and then a tooltip pops up, and will tell me what it does there as well. So you have multiple options to see, what these do. So I've done all that. I've also inflicted 7 damage. Now, she gets her defense, so let's just do that. So her defense, Molten Armor, says roll all 5 dice. So I'm going to highlight to select all 5 of them, press the R key multiple times, tosses them up in the air, and I got 1 Burning Soul. So that's perfect. That gains 1 Fire Mastery, so I drag it up, and I deal 1 damage to my attacker. So the Moon Elf, I click a minus, she loses 1, and the Pyromancer loses 7, which I could click the minus 7 times, or I could select this and just type. So let's say 43. So that's kind of how it goes. And we're really, really excited to be able to play this game with you guys. Sometimes we'll host a version that will include all 6, but you got to play with us for that. But this version is freely available, and you guys can play anytime you want. So thanks so much for watching. Have fun. Play Dice Room.